Okay.
Hey folks, SPS back in the building. Another SPS Mental Health Moment with my guy, Mr. Jimmie Sanders, representing small ball university, but also all over the world doing his thing. Sometimes I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's in Detroit. I don't know if he's in Dubai. I don't know if he's in Georgia. I don't know. Where you at today, man?
Man, I'm at home. I'm in Georgia, up in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm at
Atlanta,
home.
Georgia. I see
Yeah.
that pretty blue sky in the back, man. It looks sweet out there. I see you also representing for the Detroit Crystal Ray Wolves. Shout out to B Peoples, Coach Brandon Peoples over there. What's up?
Oh yeah, them champions over there. Season was short, but you know, I kept my ear to the streets. Everything what we built over there, what we're still building is a great thing.
That's important. You know, you've done a great thing, and one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on because not only am I talking to coaches, which you have a background in, players obviously, but also the basketball and sports influencers. You've chosen to take a different route in some of your entrepreneurial work with being able to work with particular groups of young people. I'm so glad the SPS was able to be a part of things early on in my organization's career to be able to come and partner with you. We've done that part just about every year.
Mm-hmm.
So how important is it to be able to provide things to the basketball community that aren't just you as a coach or you obviously as a former player?
The important things is, you value your family. Coaching and playing taught me teamwork with your family. You go on trips, you with your family, and you get money with your family. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's just a business aspect of family and togetherness. You know what I'm saying?
Very good.
And that's what basically brought us together um, within this spectrum of doing small basketball and SPS, and just trying to make a difference in our communities, just be as fluent as we can.
Right,
Positive.
right. So tell me, man, you're a real connected guy. I know you're real humble when it comes to that, but you know people on every level. You could easily have a job, and no knock to a job, but you can either have a job with anybody, but you choose to pursue entrepreneurial efforts religiously. Tell me why that's been your thing, and give me some insight on that.
The funniest thing is my little brother, who he's like a PSL legend. Led the state in scoring as a junior. He's one of the top.
Share his name for everybody so they'll know.
Oh, look, my baby brother is Marcus Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of for people who don't know, he played for McKenzie, Kent State, Cal State Fullerton. But he has an entrepreneurial spirit, and it runs in our family. And he's one of the top women's sports agents in the WNBA as well as overseas. So just having him with me, even in the music studio when he was younger, you know what I'm saying, and it just that's what influenced him to become what he is now. He's done a lot of things, created hoop created, good guy.
Good. So it's about that family and being around certain people. So even with that, man, as an entrepreneur, I know, man, sometimes you can have an idea and you have this grand expectation, but for whatever reason doesn't work out. What makes you keep coming back at it? What makes you keep going?
Just being a lion. Lion not gonna just give up his food. No matter how tall or big you are, it's just about how you play it mentally. I've been on both sides. In the boardroom, I've been, have less jobs that people wouldn't even take. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I utilize. You know what I'm saying? I say always the 5 people that you know are the closest people to you. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? So I just take that and utilize it in my everyday strategies.
I like that. I like that, Jimmie. I want to stay with that point a little bit. You talk about you are the 5 people around you. If you want to find out how successful a person is, you look at the people around them. So what if you're a person and you look around and despite your relationship with people, you're not really pleased with the people you're around or that success level? How do you change your circle? How do you get with the new group of 5, if you will?
You got to sit still, because when you sit still, you know what I'm saying, if you moving with a 5 and y'all doing things to doing business, and it's a lot of commotion. You don't know what direction you're going in. Anything can happen. So, you know what I'm saying? If you sit still, you can recognize everything that's in front of you. So, but when you don't have no moves to make, that's when you sit still.
Right, right. The reality is that peer pressure is real. Whether it's somebody who was as young as we were when we met years ago at Western Michigan and Kalamazoo, or where we are right now in our age, what advice do you give to someone who may be dealing with the pressure of someone around them that is not really on the level that they're on, but in your heart and mind that you got to change your situation?
Number one is stick to it. You got to stick to the script. They talk about a process, but a process always starts with an idea or broke something in your head. So once you put from your head to the paper to either you got the product or the resource or the service, that's just the whole bottom line to it. Once you get to that point, it's a go. You can go in any direction.
Right. I got it. You and I were on the phone chopping it up several months ago. And you were like, yeah, man, I'm about to go to Dubai. And we were like, wow, Dubai. Like, yeah, I'm about to make this move. And it was kind of like, I got to take advantage of it and go. Talk about, one, what gave you the push to even go, and also what that experience was like there in Dubai.
The experience in Dubai is something different. Living there for the short time that I did, it can change you. It could develop you into a better person if you're living there. If you're just visiting there, it's a different sense. You know what I'm saying? You just visiting and having fun. I did have fun, but I was just mostly studying, doing my homework, like I'm a full-time student now, praying, and just when you get involved with, like, I work with Leonard Hassel. He has IPM, King High School 91. My family raised me in the game. He had me around a lot of big influences there. And because once you step off the plane in Dubai about basketball, they know about Leonard Hassel. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a blessing for me to have to go over there to see, and for him to show me a lot of things, and just being engulfed in that culture and just noticing how kids over there, as with training, or even older gentlemen, older men, they work a little more harder on the game of basketball. They don't have a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? I found myself not having to raise my voice saying, guys, 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 be cool, until I'm coming back home. Like, he, you know what you would have say to,
Yeah.
some certain kids.
That's
So,
interesting that, you go over there to a different country and you're kind of shocked by the fact that you don't have to put your coach's voice on. You don't have to get your Tom Izzo on or just be very aggressive compared to people who just want to listen to you. I mean, that's pretty much what you're saying?
man, it's not less stressful, but it's more work because they're not as skilled. So I'd rather do that. I'd rather put in more work. You know what I'm saying? And get them to the level. That's why they're coming over here taking all our scholarships as well as our coaching jobs. And not to say there's nothing wrong with it, but for the minority, it is something wrong with it because that's our gateway. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some of us. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Basketball is a gateway for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I
Wow.
learned business, and I learned business through learning the game of basketball.
Oh, no, you're dropping some heavy stuff right now, Jimmie. You're pretty much saying that from your international experience in Dubai and seeing how the international players and coaches approach this game, basically saying that people need to be put on notice that you have an influx of individuals from outside this country coming here with a different mindset that may help them be more successful as players and coaches and other basketball influencers. Is that pretty much it?
Basically, what I'm saying is, regardless of my great experience, food, luxury, everything, king, all I can say about for basketball and over there, how they see things is it's life. I want, that's why I started a small basketball university, because I wanted to start from the ground up teach the kid not only basketball but fundamentals to physical training to entrepreneurship. Not only that, I just outside of that, just look at Luka Doncic, who the best player in the league right now. So
It's so funny.
yeah.
Can I just ask something about Luka Doncic? When they were talking about him on draft night, I got to admit, my man kept saying, "Oh, he's going to be the best. He's going to be." I was like, "Man, hold on." I was kind of like taking issue with that until I've seen him play. And also, when you go back into that part about that development that he's experienced as being a pro for so long in that European league, I had to accept that. And I guess just the reality is that I'm like, what they say, that old guy holding on to the Jerry curl. You're trying to hold on to the curl, and you got to realize, man, that something else is coming. And I'm trying to emphasize this point because you and I work with young people so much, and they have to realize, man, that people not really gonna have the tolerance for no attitude, no lack of self-discipline and things like that. What do you think about that?
Well, the thing is, now it took kids 10 years to figure out, stop putting stuff on social media. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now good the kids see that, don't show things like that or do things and let it be known. But it's about character, like in my business tactics. You know what I'm saying? I've done a lot of business in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing business down here. You know what I'm saying? I've done business a lot of places, and even in basketball too. I try to incorporate it wherever I go to for business.
Right, I got it. Well, with the time I have you, man, let's talk about a few more things before we wrap up. Were you able to catch The Last Dance?
Barely.
Barely, so it wasn't even on the top of your list for that. I get it. A lot of people were talking about that, and I think that was something that kind of helped people kind of get through this COVID-19. So what kind of message do you have, man, for people trying to manage through the COVID-19? You're in Georgia where they've kind of lifted things. What has it been like being down there with that, and also relating to what's going on back in Detroit? And before we wrap up, do you have any positive, inspirational message for people out here to kind of keep making it through this?
The most I could tell people is to stay in as much as you can. Be smart. If you don't go out, don't go out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's cool to go visit family members, but sometimes it might not be. You don't really know. I mean, I have a lot of physicians in my life. You know what I'm saying? And and they have some physicians real close to me. You know what I'm saying? I tell you that, and they on me if I make a move. So at the end of the day, I say sit still because physicians know, but they know more than a lot of people don't know. So I would tell people to sit still because the wave, it ain't gonna come in waves. It's gonna be what it be.
Right.
Other than that, the positive aspect of it is just be with your family. Be with your, I FaceTime my boys. Shout out to Lil Dion. He going to UAD.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? My daughter, you know what I'm saying? My baby boys, so that it has brought me more of a spectrum of more togetherness, even though I'm a family person anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like I work with my brother doing, what I'm doing now. So it's I just say just relax, man.
Yeah.
Try to think some things to, read like I do a lot, read, eat a lot of fruits, you know what I'm saying? Stay energized so you can, get your exercise in. I'm skinny, so I don't have to. Just relax, you know what I'm saying? Don't be in a rush. Let it slow down and sit still, like I talked about. Stillness shows a lot in front of you. See everything when you sit still.
Yeah, I like how you brought that back. But Jimmie, I appreciate you, man. It's always good to stay in touch with you. I'm motivated by you, and I think we support each other going forward. So with that, man, any last words you have before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, thanks for having me on here, man. God bless you, bro. And when you look at it all, man, everything is gonna be okay. We just gotta stay in contact like we do and tell each other we love you as much as you can. You know what I'm saying?
I love you too, brother.
Look, man, SPS and basketball started out at the same time, man. and you know we work together, and you see how it grows. Just stick to it, bro, man. And all my people in Michigan, man, y'all stay strong. All my hoopers stay strong. All my coaches stay strong. Everybody stay strong.
That's good
Everybody stay.
stuff. That's good stuff. We got Mr. Jimmie Sanders representing, man. Next time we talk to you, you might be on the moon or somewhere on Mars. You know what I'm saying? You know, all over the place.
It's a possibility that the kingdom. If you Google the kingdom, that might be where you see me at next time.
See him at the kingdom. Well, we go check it out. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Stay up, and we gonna get with you soon. Okay?
All right, boss. You have a good one.
Yeah.